YouTube, what's up? And welcome back to part 7 of Pokémon Emerald National Dex Edition using only water-type Pokémon, as you can tell by the 6 sprites above my head there. Now today, if you look at the bottom middle of the screen, you will notice that we now have 4 gym badges, which means today we're getting that 5th gym badge. And although the last couple gyms were a piece of cake, right, Marshtomp completely fried Watson's entire team of electric types, and Pelipper pretty much single-handedly took down Flannery and all those fire types in the previous gym. Today is a whole different story. As you know, and anybody watching this who's played Emerald a bunch of times over the years, the 5th gym leader, of course, is our dad, who is back in Petalburg City and specializes in normal-type Pokemon. Now, we'll do a quick little team check here, but Poliwhirl, of course, is just a pure water type still. It's not fighting type yet. Nor does it even have any fighting type attacks. The only fighting type attack I have on the team is Rock Smash on this Lombre here, but if you look at Lombre, it's only level 19, right? I'm not actually going to use it on the team. So really, we're only going to focus on these top 4 Pokemon, as they're going to be the ones that have to take down Norman. And starting things off here, we have our Rash Nature Natural Cure Staryu. Again, for both Staryu and Poliwhirl, I don't have any Water Stones in the bag yet, so you know, we got Marshtomp, Poliwhirl, and Staryu as all not fully evolved Mons. The only fully evolved Pokemon we have today is going to be Pelipper, and Pelipper's not very strong offensively. But Staryu is rocking the moveset of Bubble Beam, Swift, Recover, Rapid Spin. Marshtomp has Strength, Rock Tomb, Mud Shot, Water Gun. Poliwhirl has Rain Dance, Hypnosis, Water Gun, and Secret Power. Yeah. And Pelipper's got Water Gun, Steel Wing, Shockwave, and Wing Attack. So, none of these 4 movesets are going to be very effective in the gym, but it's the best we got. Now, right after beating the 4th gym, we got the Go Goggles, so we can go ahead and check out the desert here real quick. I do need to spray a Repel, though. I'm not dealing with the wild Pokemon. I do have 64 rare candies in my bag, as you can see, because this game can link to PK Hex, right? And so the main reason I wanted to do that was to put all 3 of the fishing rods in my bag and get them earlier than normal, because if I'm going for all water types, we want to make sure we encounter a lot of water types as soon as possible. And when I went in there to put all the fishing rods in my bag, I went ahead and added a bunch of rare candies too, because like I've talked about in previous episodes here on the playlist, I'm doing that because if I catch a wild Pokemon at some point, which we still need to catch 2 more wild Pokemon to replace Tentacool and Lombre, and when I do, if those Mons are like 15 to 20 levels behind my team, I'm going to have to use the rare candies to get those newly caught Pokemon quickly caught up. I see it, the Tower of Sand. The sand tower they called a mirage is clearly visible, but it looks so fragile. It could crumble away at any time. I want to go inside it, but I can't get my courage up for it. Alright, Chief. Anyway, this is what he's talking about. And the reward for going through this place is to get one of the 2 fossils in this game. However, neither of those Pokemon are water type, so I can't use them in this playthrough. And additionally, you need the Mach Bike, I think. You might be able to do it with the Acro Bike, but I'm pretty sure you need Mach Bike to go through the puzzle, and I only have the Acro Bike, so we're not going to do this. We're just going to go ahead and beat up a couple trainers here in the desert, and just go from there. Ideally, I want to get everybody to like 30-31 as we head back to the gym. Now, the 4 Mons on my team that I'm going to be using for the fight, right, they're all between 28-29. So really, we're just trying to hit 2, maybe 3 levels on everybody. And of course, you know, playing through Hoenn, there's a couple ways to get back there. One of which being I could take the Rust Turf Tunnel from Verdant Turf and get back to Rustboro and then head south through the forest. But I'm not going to take that route. What I'm actually going to do, so that I could fight more trainers... Oh, what is... Okay, Magnitude 8, that's going to hurt. So that I could fight more trainers and max the experience points, I'm going to take Cycling Road back down to Slateport for a couple reasons, right? Since I got the bicycle in Malville, I didn't go back down across the Cycling Road yet, so there's all those trainers are still there. So that's one thing, but another reason why I want to go back to Slateport is now I'll be able to buy the TM for Hidden Power, and I want to slap Hidden Power on Staryu and just give it another attacking option because it's basically just has Bubble Beam, right? Swift and Rapid Spin are physical attacks, so they're not going to do much damage. So at least Hidden Power, well, I was going to say it's going to give me another special attacking option, but not necessarily. Because in Gen 3, before, you know, the physical special split that came around in Gen 4, that made sure all Hidden Powers were special attacks no matter what. But back in this game, it's basically like a 50-50, right? Because out of the 17 types, Hidden Power could be physical or special depending on the type of Hidden Power, right? If I get Hidden Power Rock or Normal, Ghost, anything like that would be categorized as a physical attack on Staryu. It would only be if I get like Fire, Grass, Psychic, Electric, something like that. Then that would be a special attack. So we'll roll the dice, see what happens. It's also, you know, it's everybody's favorite game to play Guess the Hidden Power type, right? We're just gonna run around, beat up a bunch of trainers, and try to figure out what is the Hidden Power type. I guess I could Swift this thing. I should switch to Pelipper and Wing Attack it, but yeah, I should. But this gym fight, it's gonna be really, really hard. I'm down for it. Now, I say that assuming that Norman is still gonna have Slacking as his ace Pokemon, because all 4 of the gym fights thus far, the gym leaders have all had the same ace Pokemon, but their teams are switched up slightly, as are a majority, if not all, of the NPC trainers. No, definitely not all, but a majority of the NPC trainers also have new teams because, again, this is National Dex Edition. Therefore, the teams are switched up a little bit. Doesn't make it harder, it just makes it cool to see like a wider variety of mons. I think there's some hidden items up here in the desert, but I'm not going to sit here and run around and try to find them all. I'm having a picnic in the desert. That seems like a terrible idea. You're going to get sand all over your sandwich. You can always find a trainer, so I can enjoy a battle here too. Okay, this lady's confused. I don't know why you would ever decide to have a picnic in the desert. It's like trying to have a picnic on the beach. It's kind of the same thing. You get sand all over your food. It's just not it. We should be able to one-shot this little guy with a Bubble Beam. Okay, not bad. It was actually kind of funny last episode. Staryu single-handedly beat the Team Magma leader, Maxie, which I did not expect. Because it's just a baby Staryu, right? It's not very strong. But the one thing of note on Maxie's team was that he had a Charmeleon as his ace Pokemon, which is pretty sick for a couple reasons, right? Because obviously he's going to have a Charizard later in the game. But that also would indicate that most likely Archie would probably have a Blastoise, maybe a Feraligatr, I don't know. But we haven't fought Archie yet, obviously, in this game so far. Once we do, though, I'm expecting to see like a Wartortle or a Blastoise, depending on, you know, where we're at in the game by the time we fight him. Sandshrew is another mon that could have Sandveil, so hopefully I don't miss here. And that the hiker guy that is spinning circles around that rock, just south of where I'm at, I'm pretty sure there's a hidden item inside that rock. So hopefully I remember to grab that in about 30 seconds from now, but I do be getting distracted a lot. We'll see. Why do you have a Meryl? It's a weird Pokemon to see out in the desert here. Everybody else has like ground types. I don't think I can even two-shot this with Swift. Actually, yeah, I can. With the Sand Chip, I bet I could. Never mind. Whatever. I was thinking about going to Pelipper to hit it with Shockwave. Is what it is. Yeah, won't quite be. But hopefully I get a level up off this and we can swap Staryu out of the lead spot. And I'll pull it back out once I get hidden power down in Slateport. Because I do want to test that out before the gym fight. What if it's hidden power fighting? I'll actually have a fighting attack for the gym fight, but never know. Again, it would be like a... Actually, I was going to say a 1 in 17 odds, but not really, because it can't... Hidden power normal is not a thing, right? Or is it? I actually don't remember. Is there anything in this rock? Oh, not bad. Another candy. I had to get in there real quick before... Because if I battled this guy before grabbing the item, I would probably forget to grab it. The Stardusts are actually kind of cool too, because those sell for money, right? And I think, you know, cutting off the recording yesterday, I think I had like $65,000. And I need, if I remember correctly, you need like 80,000 to just, if you buy a whole bunch of coins in Maulville City, which is also something I could do right now. Because I think $80,000 turns into like 4,000 coins, which is the amount to buy the TMs for like Psychic, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, and T-Bolt. Now, of course, we get a free copy. We don't need Flamethrower, right? But we get a free copy of Thunderbolt and Ice Beam in this game. So I'm kind of thinking I might buy Psychic to give to Staryu. Additionally... Okay, let's switch up the leads here. Additionally, I could buy a second copy. Well, it would be my first copy of Ice Beam, but then we would end up getting 2 copies of Ice Beam to help with KOing dragons later in the game. So I don't know. Because I highly doubt throughout the playthrough I'll get 160k total to afford like 2 attacks out of the game corner. So that's going to be a decision there. Let's just go for water guns. So I don't know, I mean, I don't have to commit to that today. Obviously, I mean, we do get a free copy of Psychic as well. But that doesn't come till Victory Road. So if I'm going to buy any TM from the game corner, it's probably going to be Psychic. But maybe Ice Beam. Thunderbolt, of course, we don't need a second copy of Thunderbolt because we only have Starmie that can learn T-Bolt. No one else on the team will be able to. So that's fine. And then, of course, Flamethrower. Nobody on my team will be able to learn that. So we definitely don't need Flamethrower. I thought about doubling up into Sand Slash just in case, because of Sand Veil, but I didn't. I was confident March Stomp would hit that. I'm going to double up into it now, and that way, if the first one hits, then the other water gun just goes into Fanfi's slot. The one thing that I was thinking about last night for Poliwhirl here, which is annoying, is like, where do I find the TM for Brick Break? I couldn't remember. So I looked it up on Cerebi, and of course, in Emerald version, you don't get it to like the 8th gym. The city where the 8th gym is, Sutopolis. That's extremely annoying, because having Brick Break on Poliwhirl, like, even though it's not a stab attack, because I'm not fighting type yet, it would still be a super effective hit in the normal gym, but, you know, I don't get it until Sutopolis. Nuzleaf. Which is really annoying, because I might have to rely on hitting Hypnosis against Slacking. I don't know. This is going to be weird. Let's go for Secret Power and Strength. Hit him up with the double normal attacks. Now, the reason why it's kind of annoying to not get Brick Break until Sutopolis, right, very, very late in the game, is that the other Gen 3 games, Fire Red and Leaf Green, you get Brick Break on the SSN. Basically, when you have 2 gym badges, you can get Brick Break. So why do you not get it until you have 7 gym badges in this game? That's kind of annoying. But it is what it is. I could teach Poliwhirl Rock Smash. I'm not teaching him Sandstorm. I can't even learn it anyway. But Rock Smash is obviously terrible. It's only 20 BP, and it's not stab, again. So it really wouldn't do much damage. Like, the secondary effect of the 50-50 chance to lower defense is nice. But again, what am I going to follow up that with a water gun? Like, it wouldn't matter, you know? Of course I wouldn't. It would be secret power, but it's going to be tough. Now, the one other option, this is a bad option, but also something I thought about was, you know, because slacking is extremely bulky. How do I chip it down? It's going to take a long time. The other option I thought about for a sec, but then I was like, wait, no, that makes no sense, is at the end of last episode, I did go back into the fiery path, and I moved that strength boulder to find the TM for toxic, which is a great attack, right? Toxic, slowly chipping down that, you know, with the poison damage that multiplies every turn. However, you got to keep in mind that kind of the gimmick, I guess, of the, I'm not even going to switch out here, just two-shot it with secret power. Kind of, I guess you can call it the gimmick of the 5th gym, is that every single Pokemon in there knows the move for Facade, and that's because that's the TM reward you get for winning. So, you know, slacking is already strong enough to, for sure, to 2-hit KO anything I have on my team with Facade. Now, if I were to poison it, that would benefit me in terms of eventually KOing it, but it would also let slacking OHKO everything on my team with Facade, because it would be doubled power from 70 to up to 140. So there's no way I can do that. Because even though, like, slacking would slowly die to the poison, right? I wouldn't be able to survive long enough to see that happen. Everything, it would just be OHKO after OHKO. Although, you know, with slacking's dumbass ability only being able to attack every other turn, I might be able to get away with it, but I don't know. I think it's better just to... That's all the trainers, by the way. I was like, I'm only 10 steps from the exit. I could save another repel. 1 step encounter. Gotta love it. I'll just go ahead and take this out anyway. What was I saying about... I don't even remember. About slacking. I think I was just saying it'd just be better to not poison it and slowly chip it down that way. And hopefully, I mean, if I could hit a Hypnosis, right, with that thing's ability only being able to attack every other turn, I could probably get even more free turns off than I would. You know, even if I let it stay awake the whole time and... Because, okay, here's the thing about going for Hypnosis, right? If I miss... I would get one more free turn to Hypnosis on the next turn, but if I double miss, like, Poliwhirl is going to get 2-shot by Facade. Just even, like, just a regular Facade, right? So, like, I don't know if I really want to go for Hypnosis or just attack every single turn. Slacking is surprisingly fast, too, for being a big, chunky boy. But we do, you know, we got the Mud Shot on Marsh Stomp to slow him down a little bit. How much cash do I have now? That's not what I meant to do. 77k, and I do have a couple Stardust in bag. I think I'm gonna wait until... I mean, I could buy Psychic right now, but again, it doesn't... Oh, I have a Nugget, too. I didn't even realize that. So I have enough cash for any of those TMs. But I think I might wait till next episode because I don't know what... Like, getting Psychic on Staryu right now wouldn't help because Staryu is pure water type. Like, yeah, it's a strong attack, but it wouldn't be stab boosted. In which case, like, even though Psychic is 90 base power, Bubble Beam's actually stronger because of stab. So I don't need Psychic at this point. But now I do have enough cash to afford it, so that's good to know. Put on my bicycle here. And then we'll go ahead and beat up all these trainers. I think I'm going to put... Well, not for this fight, but I'm going to put Marshtomp in front. Because if I remember correctly, this is like a Psychic trainer. But if I remember correctly, all the trainers, or majority of them on the Cycling Road, they all have Magnemites for some reason. So we'll let... yeah, this is the Psychic. I'll definitely let Marshtomp just Mudshot them all. Abra, of course, is going to get OHKO by that because it has no physical defense at all. We got $380. Not bad. Okay. What if I just hopped all the way down Cycling Road? No, it didn't work. How do you like my raven-colored hair? How do you like the way? Okay, that sentence didn't make any sense. How do you like the way my raven-colored hair streams behind me? I grew my hair out just for that. Well, that would only work if you're actually riding your bicycle. Okay, now you moved. That little cave right there is where we get the TM for Thunderbolt, but we can't get over there yet without Surf. And we need the key from Watson anyway. But that'll come next episode. Assuming we can get past Norman. But I got a feeling that might take more than one try. We'll see. I'm hoping not, so that I can get through this whole game without... Oh, that's the wrong button. I really want to see if I can get through this whole game without ever getting KO'd or losing like a single battle. And so far, of course, it's not that hard. By the way, I might as well go for strength again, because why risk the miss? But yeah, of course, I haven't whited out at any point in this game yet. But if there's ever a time that that's going to happen, it would be in this next gym battle here. Alright, we snag Abigail's digits. Who's this scrub? Yo, you! Can you keep up with my speed? Bro, you were riding like 5 miles an hour. I could run faster than that. What are we doing here? It's a pretty sweet looking stretchy suit you got on there. He's got a Mareep, which is easy money as long as we don't miss. I don't know about you guys or whoever's watching this in the future, but I can't stand the bicyclists that wear the stretchy suit. Just wear a regular t-shirt and regular shorts, man, when you're riding a bike. Don't be coming out here with the full spandex onesie. That's not it. It's not. And then riding like in the middle of the street, like blocking traffic, you know? Oh, that's not it. Alright, we hit level 30 with Marsh Stomp, which is pretty cool. Marsh Stomp is going to be the only thing on my team that could, you know, comfortably live a facade. It's probably still a 2-shot, but at least... That's the thing, like with Mudshot, right, lowering slacking speed. And then the next turn when Truant kicks in, right, and then the third turn I would be able to Mudshot again after lowering the speed twice, so... Marsh Stomp at least, assuming it doesn't get O-code by a facade, it will be able to get 3 hits off. But again, slacking is so damn bulky with that HP stat that 3 Mudshots, even assuming I connect all 3, I would say each one of them would probably do 20%, right? So we're talking about 60% of his health bar after 3 Mudshots. Again, just thinking. As we take our slow ride here. What are you staring at out in the water, bud? Oh, hey, you got that bike from Rydell. Oh, it's glaringly obvious. It says right on your bike. Okay, I'm not reading that. Bruh. Imagine if I just sat here and read that 30 times. Maybe more like 45. That was insane. Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, I still never been to the trick house right here, but I probably won't do that. We'll see. I've been riding without stopping. My thighs are like rocks. Alright, Thunder Thighs. The trick house is interesting. Like, you don't... The rewards aren't that great. It is kind of cool to do, but... You basically need to have a majority of the HM moves on your party when you try to go through that place. Like, I know you need Cut for the first one. Pretty sure there's a Rock Smash and a Strength one. I don't think you need any of... You might need Flash, too. But the rewards don't really justify doing it, right? I don't plan on doing it on this playthrough, but I will if there's an episode where we got like a bunch of extra time on stream, you know. I'll go through it all just to kind of showcase it. Because again, it is kind of cool, but... Yeah, a lot of the items you get, not a lot of them, but a couple of them are for just like your secret base. Like, they don't really help you become more powerful to beat the Elite Four. Those are the items I'm interested in. Whoa, watch it. I guess you're not used to bike racing. Buddy, what are you going on about? Jacob's got a Voltorb as well. Alright, so it's Voltorbs and Magnemites up here. Interesting. Getting another level on Marshtomp 2 will be good, mainly for the HP gains. You know, like for the defensive side of things, because offensively, whatever I get on a level up ain't gonna help me much. It all helps, right? But in the grand scheme of things, with what I'm about to go up against. Alright, I gotta remember when we're in Slateport to buy the TM for Hidden Power. That's really what I want to put on Staryu. And I'll have to find somewhere to test it, right? Because if we just walk into the normal gym, I can't really test Hidden Power. I'd be testing for two things, fighting and Ghost. Learning techniques will make bike riding even more fun. There are some places that you can reach only by using bike technique. That is true. On this cycling road, those riding mock bikes are rated for their number of collisions and their total time. Acro bikes do not qualify for rating. They're easy to turn, so it's not fair. Oh, whatever, buddy. Alright. If I can avoid that planter box, we will be back in Slateport for the first time in a while. I don't know why, but the D-pad on this PS4 controller is it's pretty beat up from how hard that I grip this thing when I'm playing Call of Duty. And sometimes when I ride the bike, it gets a little glitchy. Anyway, if we go down here to the farmer's market, I believe this guy right here sells Hidden Power. That was not correct. That's just for the secret base. Maybe it's Big Boy with the chef hat over here. No. It's you? Oh, this is Berry Crush Machine. I don't care about the berry powders, man. Maybe it was just at the bottom. I don't know. Somebody here sells the TMs. No, we don't need the Energy Guru. Hey, we finally found it. Alright, TM43 is Secret Power, the one that I have already on Poliwhirl, so we need TM10 for 3k. I'll take it. Okay, let's go ahead and slap this on Staryu. Yes, yeah, here's Toxic like I was talking about earlier. What else do I have that would even help? Dig wouldn't help much. Overheat, nobody can learn. Yeah, I really got nothing that's going to help in this gym fight. In terms of TMs. Let's get rid of Rapid Spin. I'm never going to use that. This is not a Wi-Fi battle. We don't need to spin away Stealth Rocks. Of course, Stealth Rocks don't even exist until Gen 4. It's not even a thing in this game. Alright, Mr. Briny is still here. So let's ride the boat all the way back, and he could return to his original shack just outside the Petalburg. We're going back to Dewford. Now, once we beat the gym in Petalburg, we need to surf to Dewford right away, because that's where we get the TM for Sludge Bomb. It still won't be active at this point in the game, I believe. I'm gonna go check real quick, but the Super Nerd guy, yeah, he's not standing in here yet. I think he stands like right here, if I remember right. That is later. So let's head back to Petalburg. And then, I think, because we just sailed right by the abandoned ship as well. I think I need to wait until I do that, because you can do a lot of things in there once, you know, you can surf there. But I think in order to get Ice Beam is like the main reward for that. And I think you need the HM for Dive, which we don't get till much later in Moss Deep. But that's okay. Again, doing that rewards you with Ice Beam, which we will need for Staryu. I don't even need to heal up. Oh yeah, I need to slap Staryu in front. Let's test a couple hidden powers here. See if we can figure out what type it is. Ralts? Okay. This could check for Ghost, Dark on the super effective side, and resistances like Psychic. And what else is Psychic? Is it just Psychic? Anyway. I'm trying to think of what else Psychic Pokemon resist. It is not very effective. Is it HP Psychic? Let me see what else. Let's see if we can find like a poison type or a fighting type. Lotad. What else do Psychic Pokemon resist besides Psychic? I'm just going through all the types in my head. That might be it. We actually might have got Hidden Power Psychic Staryu, which is hilarious. Again, it doesn't really help now, but once I evolve into Starmie. Huh. Whatever. I mean, that is cool, but... I'm pretty sure that's what that would be. I can't think of anything else that Psychic Mons resist. I'll be a complete scrub if it's actually not Hidden Power Psychic, and I am misremembering, but... Anyway, we're going to beat up all the trainers in here as well. Let's try to get Pelipper up to 30. The speed room. These rooms are always weird because the trainers use like an X item on the first turn. A lot of them do. The ability to attack before the opponent. Just that alone puts me at a great advantage, don't you agree? Normally, yes. But if you use an X speed and get O-code, what does it even matter, you know? This guy's got a Swallow, which probably doesn't get O-code by Shockwave. Actually, Pelipper's not strong enough. And yeah, he doesn't even need an X item. But we're probably going to have to run back to the Pokemon Center like 3 or 4 times, because these trainers have pretty high level Mons as well. Damn, that's crazy. Like a 1 in 16 chance, and I think I got Hidden Power Psychic. There's a few things that would have been really good on Starmie, actually. Like, pretty much any special attack, but... Psychic is like the best one because it gets stab boosted. Let's go into the confusion room here. Oh yeah, speaking of... I probably should put a Persian Berry on my lead Mon, because normally... Norman leads with that, this thing. This is the dumbass Panda Bear, which always goes for Teeter Dance, and that's how it causes confusion. So just in case, you know, that's still his lead Mon, I should probably... Damn, that does nothing. I was going for Dizzy Punch. Take that pretty easily. Hopefully he doesn't have any potions. Dude, Pelipper's so weak. There's the Teeter Dance. I think I already have the berry, though, because I put it on for the fire gym, and yeah, it never needed it. Okay. Maybe Water Gun does more? It should do just about the same as Wing Attack, right? Wing Attack is stronger, but my special attack is better than my physical attack. It does have a potion. It's annoying. And see, this is how the gym fight's gonna go right here. It's gonna be like 4-hit KOs on everything, which is absolutely horrible. I really wish Brick Break you got that at an earlier part in the game than you do. I'm gonna stay in here and hopefully not hit myself in confusion. If I do, Poliwhirl can revenge it. Okay, whatever. It's not a big deal. I want to see how much damage Poliwhirl can do as well. See, Secret Power is boosted by my Silk Scarf item that I'm holding. Okay. And you can get Paralysis. Secret Power has a whole bunch of secondary effects. He's going for Focus Punch. But apparently when you're inside a building, the secondary effect is going to be Paralysis. Which is good, but also not good, right? If every Mon has Facade. I'd rather not paralyze things. But paralyzing Pokemon is like the best status condition. Well, it's actually not. Sleep and freeze are the two best because you're completely immobilized. But I do love to paralyze things and slow them down. Interesting. I wonder if I even go, because again, if I secret power slacking and I paralyze it, everybody's getting no-code by Facade. That's going to be tough. Which is why I'm kind of leaning in towards trying to hypnosis that thing. It's going to be risky. Alright, we already went through that door, so this time let's go through the defense room. See what you got. The higher the defense, the more reckless I can be in attack. Okay. We got a Wigglytuff that actually does have pretty good defense and a massive HP stat. And it's not fairy type yet. There is no fairy types in this game, so Steel Wing wouldn't do much. Hey, at least you take a recoil. Helps me chip you down faster. Does a decent chunk. Let me see. Wing attack should do about the same as water gun. Yeah. They're both doing like 20 to 25%. We actually lose this 1v1 as well, but that's alright. Oh, I got a crit. Let's go. I actually, right as I clicked the attack, I realized I messed up because that probably would have put it at like 10 HP. It would have died from the recoil of Double Edge upon killing me with Double Edge, and then all that experience points would have been wasted right there. But I got lucky with the crit. That was a bad play. Alright. We'll use our super potions here. Oh, I don't know why it was defaulted on Poliwhirl's slot. Okay. The strength room. Let's get it. And that should be the gym leader's room right there. But I can still go up the right side, and there's probably like 3 more trainers up there. As we try to get everybody up to 30. Zangoose is a threat because of Slash getting critical hits. Now it's a Giga threat. And again, I can't two-shot anything with my weak movesets. That wasn't even a crit and still almost almost OHKO'd me. That's crazy. Do I go for hypnosis? I'm gonna try to two-shot with secret power. I'm actually kind of surprised I'm faster. Okay, this has no-co, but it's probably gonna be a potion right here. All that damage for nothing. Dang, man. Give me a para so at least Marshtomp can finish this off. Whatever. Mudshot probably does the job from there, and as long as it doesn't get a crit, I'll live. Let's see. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm getting pretty lucky that I never got critted at all. Sheesh. I don't know how I'm going to get through this gym fight. Marshtomp's going to be at 31 for it, though. That's good. See, the thing about this, too, is as soon as we win and then head back outside, we're going to get the HM move for Surf. Which, that would have been the best option in terms of how I could deal damage. I would have just slapped Surf on everybody. I mean, I'm not going to after the gym fight. I'm just going to give it to Swampert, but having Surf for this fight would have really helped a lot, especially on something like Pelipper, who's just got 4 really weak attacks. Okay. Let's go up the right side, see if we can get like 1 more level for everybody. The accuracy room. AKA you're probably going to have something with Swift. Giggle. This is the accuracy room. It's pretty nasty when every attack lands without fail. You're telling me I got Shockwave. On my Pelipper, I know how it is. Or you know what? This is the Delcatty with Feint Attack, actually. Which is another attack like Swift and Shockwave. It never misses. Never mind, it had Shockwave. I think it must have all the attacks then. I actually lived that, which is interesting. I didn't think it would have Shockwave. I remember back in the day it had Feint Attack. But again, it probably has all the attacks, Swift as well. Okay, well, Pelipper's been KO'd for like the 12th time now in this gym, so that's fun. Poliwhirl could probably two-shot. I want to try to get this thing another level as well. I should be able to tank Shockwave because I'm not 4x weak to it like Pelipper was. That's like just out of range of a two-shot. And this should be a two-shot. No, it's not. Do I go for the Hypnosis? The annoying thing is that all these trainers keep using a potion. Yeah, see, I knew that wouldn't pick up the KO. Well, I guess if I get a full... Because Secret Power is a 3-shot from full. And I get 2 hits for free. So the question is, on the next turn, can I get a full para? If I do, I win this 1v1. If not, Marshtomp gets to 31. So it is what it is. It's actually like not a 3-shot. That does like... Okay, never mind. Damn it. Come on, bro. Oh. The survival. That was like an absolute min roll. I'll take it. Okay. That's good. However, I guess I could use... I have revives, don't I? Yeah, I do. I don't really want to run back to the Pokemon Center again. It's like after every battle I have to do that. We got the resources, let's just use them up. Now both Poliwhirl and Marshtomp are like 1 level away. Or I mean, sorry, like 1 KO away from a level up. Pelipper needs 580. Yeah, 150. And what about Staryu? Staryu needs too much. Now, I've already done the defense room, that's right. So there should be 2 more rooms off to the right here. Recovery and maybe something else after that. Maybe. We'll see. Let's get through this fight first. I can always go beat up a couple wild Pokemon to get those levels on Poliwrath and Marshtomp. I need Pelipper to get this 500 somehow. It's got to stop getting KO'd here. It's just not the counter, bro. Okay. Thankfully, I didn't do that much damage. I could have wing attacked again, but it's gonna act like a loaf of bread right here. And of course, you have Citrus. Whatever. You can't counter my water gun. Hopefully, water gun's a 2-shot from this range. Let's see. It looks like just about. It should be. Yeah. Alright, please give me like 400 right here. Perfect. Now I'm only 100 off. Okay. The Oko room. As if I haven't been Oko'd enough. Let's do it. Now, here's what I'm going to do here. Pelipper's going to lead and probably switch to like Tentacool or whatever, because I'm gonna try to get 2 level ups off this 1 trainer. Could I live a hit from Vigoroth? Probably not. Let's sack Tentacool, and then I'm gonna try to KO it with Marshtomp, and then that way both Marshtomp and Pelipper get level ups. And then Poliwhirl we can get just by beating up Pokemon outside. Then I'm just going to have to full send it. Just go for the Mud Shot to slow this thing down a little bit. Ensuring that I outspeed next turn and finish it off. No, I don't finish it off. Never mind. I think I'm going to go for Strength. That way I don't put it in range of a potion. It's probably the better play. That still might be potion range. Okay, nice. Whatever. That doesn't matter right now, but if I miss any mud shots in the gym fight, I also probably lose. I'm gonna have to get extremely lucky to win this, I think. Do you learn a new move like Water Pulse? Nope. Oh, man. Oh? Aw. What's the BP on takedown? Again, it's also something that can miss. 85, yeah, no way. It's only slightly stronger than strength, but it can miss. No. Definitely don't want that. Interesting. Poliwhirl's got to go in front. I'm kind of tempted to give Poliwhirl Rock Smash over like Rain Dance, but again, it would just do 0 damage. The only reason I'm considering doing it is because of the 50-50 defense drop chances. By the way, I guess I could just fish with the Good Rod here. Again, at this point in the game, I should not have access to the Good Rod, but I can do whatever I want because this is my playthrough, so I have the Good Rod. Normally, you don't get it until after getting Surf, after this gym. Oh, Corefish. Not bad. That's only level 11, though. Once you get Surf, upon beating this gym, you can surf across from Maulville and, like, just off to the east. The first part of the beach you land on after surfing away from Maulville there's a fisherman right there that gives you the Good Rod. So yeah, I got it a little bit early, but that's because I wanted to get Staryu before doing Flannery's gym. Okay. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about this, but we do have a couple sacks, right? The thing is, we can play around slacking. Because I can sack Lombre and I can sack Tentacool. The question is, how do I get to slacking in the back at a somewhat healthy, you know, with a healthy team? Also, Staryu is interesting too because the slacking goes for Yawn a lot. So Staryu gets put to sleep, I can switch out to get the natural cure. Alright, in terms of hold items, I guess Marsh Stomp can just hold. Actually, do I have a Chesto? I do have a Chesto. I think that's better than the Soft Sand. It's not better, but... Because basically, if I get Yawn by slacking, I need to be able to, like, stay in and accept the sleep and then just wake up right away. With somebody. It doesn't have to be Marsh Stomp. I'll leave the Soft Sand. I guess I can put it on... I'll put a Chesto on Pelipper. And then I'm going to put a Persim Berry on Staryu, and I'm going to lead it, actually. Just in case Norman still has the Spinda lead. Let's get it. Nothing else to think about. And then Poliwhirl, I'll still hold the Silk Scarf, I guess. Whatever. That boosted damage from Secret Power is not even really going to help. Dude, Poliwhirl has 0 attacks for this gym. Like, what's Water Gun going to do? This is so bad. I need Brick Break, man. Whatever. Here we go. What up, Pops? How you doing? Let's pose for a family portrait real quick. Okay, wonderful. So you did get 4 gym badges. Damn right. Fine. As I promised, we will have a Pokemon battle. Dude, I'm so happy that I can have a real battle with my own child. But a battle is a battle. I will do everything in my power as a gym leader to win. Dude, you better give it your best shot, too. I'm gonna try. But as you can see with this team right there, even if I try my best, it might... might not... Oh, he's got a Togetic. This is about to have Shockwave. I can just feel it. That's right, Hidden Power Psychic. I already forgot that I have that. Bubble Beam's still the better option. I am faster, which is nice, but don't expect more than like 33% here. Facade, of course. That's fine. Okay. Potentially can stall this with Recover. That's interesting. And putting this... Nah, it's not it. What is this? The berry's gonna come in clutch right here. Putting this thing in range of a potion would have been nice. That, you know, if he wastes him on this rather than slacking. Which the next Bubble Beam, you know, barring a crit, or like an insane high roll for damage, it should still live this. That's kind of whatever. Don't get Thunder. It almost did. That's pretty funny. Really? Oh man. Alright, well. That was dumb. Because I could have recovered on the turn. He was going to potion up next turn. Which he will potion up now, so I get a free hit. I guess just Shockwave it. I could Rock Tomb it with Marsh Stomp, but I'm not trying to miss Rock Tomb right now. We'll go for the 3-hit KO probably with Shockwave. Getting the speed drop on Bubble Beam didn't matter with Staryu because I was already faster, but it actually matters for Pelipper because this thing probably was faster than Pelipper, but now it's not after the speed drop. Okay. Would have been nice if that was a 2-hit KO because I might get confused right here. Can't believe you roll Fire Blast with Metronome and it actually... I got confused, yeah. Oh, that was hilarious, man. I'm not even dealing with confusion. We're going to Poliwhirl to finish it off. The Fire Blast crit, though. And of course it hit, too, right? Like, it can't miss. Huh? Was this thing cosplaying as a Jirachi? Alright, that's fine, because he's not going for a potion. We'll just kill it with Secret Power, and then I'll switch. I have to switch because of the Doom Desire. Wow. He has a freaking Kangaskhan. Whew. Okay. This thing is just as bulky as Slacking. If he really has this and a Slacking, I'm cooked. Take the Doom Desire and get KO'd here, but well, most likely, yeah. Dude, why do you have a Kangaskhan? That's insane. And Kangaskhan probably packing Facade, so I can't really paralyze it with Secret Power. That'd be a bad idea. Okay, that helps. Please don't miss Mudshot, thank you. Now again, this should be like a 4-hit KO. That's a 3-hit KO. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad at all. Ideal world, or ideal scenario, we miss here. Okay. This thing was an absolute giga threat, and it basically did nothing. That's great. And like I said, we're going to have to get lucky to win this fight. I just went 3 for 3 with Mudshots, and Kangaskhan went 0 for 2 with Mega Punches. You do still have the Lanoon. This thing you cannot switch out on because it goes for Belly Drum. So I have to, yep, I have to stay in. Hopefully it doesn't have Citrus. It doesn't, and we hit. Let's go. This needs to kill, though. We're in trouble. Unless I'm faster. I'm not risking Mudshot. I have a funny feeling I'm still slower, and if I am, I get O-Code by Facade because it's at +6. The smart play here would be to go to something faster, like Poliwhirl, right? Marstomp is 41 speed. 47. And yeah, okay, so Poliwhirl is definitely faster than this thing because it's at -1. The thing is, do I waste the Tentacool Sack now? Like, I want to save this Tentacool Sack for Slacking. But I have to use it now because if Marstomp is slower, which I have a funny feeling it is, it's just too slow. I would get O-Code by a +6 Lanoon. I have to burn Tentacool. I think it's over. Nah, there's no way yeah, there's no way. I'll say if I could somehow confuse this thing, it would probably OHKO itself. Why did you do that? I think I have to hit Hypnosis. There's no other way. This is so bad. I lost to Lanoon. Yeah, that's an OHKO. Yeah, it's at +6. No. I'm going to take my first L of the playthrough. Damn it. Why did he go for Hyper Potion there? Because he didn't... Oh, whatever. That's going to OHKO too. Dude, I don't have anything strong enough to win this fight. Oh well. It is what it is. Damn, I got super lucky against that Kangaskhan too. Luckily, this is just a vanilla Emerald playthrough. Well, it's National Dex Edition, but this is not Emerald Rogue like I've been playing, so... Wow, you actually live +6. Anyway. Damn it, I should have just stayed in the Marsh Stomp. Alright. How do I even win this fight? No, it's not a Nuzlocke. I'm just playing a casual playthrough. So we're chilling. The reason I'm playing National Dex Edition is because I really wanted to use a Poliwrath on this playthrough, and the whole Poliwag line is only available in Fire Red, Leaf Green. They're not actually available in Emerald until, I'm pretty sure, until like after the Elite Four. So this is the squad that I'm working with at the moment. I don't have any Water Stones for Staryu or for Poliwrath. Mainly I'm doing that because I feel like it would make the gym fight too easy, right? If I had a Starmie and a Poliwrath, I would have cooked Norman. I kind of wanted a challenge, and I paid for it right there. Where do I go from here? Now, I do have this game linked up to, yeah. I have it linked up with PK Hex as well, so like, as you can see in my bag, I have 65 rare candies. I'm not using the rare candies at all. I've explained a couple times throughout the playthrough so far that I'm only going to use these when I catch, like, you know, after 6 gym badges, for example, I might catch something in the wild, another water type. And if it's like 20 to 30 levels behind the rest of my team, I'm just going to rip the rare candies to quickly get it caught up. Because I'm not going to spend like a whole 2-hour episode just grinding on wild Pokemon. Nobody wants to watch that, you know. So I just put a bunch of rare candies in the bag with PK Hex. But other than that, I didn't touch anything else. Like my Poliwhirl is damp ability, which is obviously pretty lame. Water Absorb is better. But yeah, I mean, Gen 3, right, Classic, the movesets are just garbage. Because it wasn't until Gen 4 when they added a bunch of better attacks and, of course, the physical special split. So, like, this is one of the worst movesets you'll ever see on a Poliwhirl. But again, I have PK Hex, so, like, if I wanted to, I could put Brick Break on the Poliwhirl. And I probably should have to give myself a chance in this gym fight. But that was kind of crazy to see a Kangaskhan and a Togetic. Like most of the NPCs and the gym leaders all have switched up teams because it's National Dex Edition. Damn, I wasn't expecting to get blown back like that. How do I play it differently? Staryu lost the item, by the way. The Persian Berry. I have more of them. I don't know if you saw the beginning of the gym fight, but the lead Pokemon was a Togetic, and it used Metronome and went for Fire Blast and crit the Staryu. And actually KO'd it with a Fire Blast, which was kind of funny. Okay, so now knowing that the Togetic is the lead, maybe I just lead Pelipper. And I'm actually going to switch items. Pelipper's going to get Persian Berry instead of Chesto. Because Togetic has Sweet Kiss. In which case, what does Staryu get then? I don't like having the same item on multiple Pokemon. White Herb doesn't help. Interesting, interesting. I guess I could just go Chesto. Because I'm expecting to have... Oh, there you go, Nightbot. Way to do something. You like Gen 3, but so many Pokemon just... Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. to me, like, Gen 3 is my favorite generation of Pokemon all time, but, like, going backwards and playing before the physical special split, you realize how many Pokemon just sucked back then. Like, every Pokemon is a mixed attacker, which is extremely annoying, right? Blaziken, fire is special, fighting is physical. Swampert is a mixed attacker with the water ground combo. Venusaur was as well. Like, the physical special split was one of the best things they ever added to Pokemon. And starting in Gen 4 going forward, there's a lot more attacks. Right? Gen 3 had some of the... Like, dude, Gengar, right? Gengar is a funny example. I made a YouTube video about ranking all 9 generations of Pokemon. And I talked about Gengar in that video because a lot of people don't realize back in the day, like, I always had the argument back in Gen 3 and prior that Alakazam was better than Gengar with my friends. A lot of my friends thought Gengar was better. But I was like, dude, do you not understand Pokemon? Because Gengar has a base 65 special attack stat and a base 130 special attack stat. Sorry, base 65 physical and base 130 special. But Ghost and Poison, prior to Gen 4, are both physical attacks, regardless of what they are. So like Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, yeah, they're powerful, but they're coming off Gengar's base 65 physical attack stat, not the special attack stat. So it's like Alakazam is faster, and it OHKOs Gengar with Psychic. It's obviously better than Gengar, but, you know, once Gen 4 came around and Gengar got access to, not got access to, but once the Shadow Ball and Sludge Bomb became special attacks, obviously Gengar got a lot better with that. But yeah, like, Gen 3 is really annoying because the movesets are just so bad on every Pokemon. Yeah. Well, yeah, once Gen 4 came around, Alakazam got Energy Ball, which was nice, and Focus Blast. But yeah, prior to that, it's like Alakazam only gets Psychic-type moves. I guess it got Shockwave in this too, I think. Gen 3. But yeah, Starmie, that's the thing, right? I didn't want to have a totally juiced up Starmie yet, but what I'm going to do with this thing, of course, is once I get past this gym fight, we go back to Maulville City, we get the key to the underground basement from Watson. Boom, we get Thunderbolt, goes on Starmie. I also have enough money to afford the TM for Psychic, which I get Psychic in Victory Road, but that's a long way away. So I'm probably going to buy a Psychic at the game corner in Maulville. And then, of course, we get Ice Beam from the abandoned ship, which we have to surf too. So eventually you're talking about Bubble Beam or Surf, and then like Ice Beam, Psychic, and T-Bolt. I know electric water types. I do love me a Chinchou Lantern combo. You can get those, of course, in this game with diving underwater. But I have plans for the other 2 Mons on the team. Tentacool, of course. If you look, you can see the levels, right? I'm not going to use Tentacool and Lombre. Yeah. I think I talked about that in the video on YouTube as well. The Hitmonchan gets access to all 3 of the elemental punches, but it has like a base 35 special attack stat. Just absolutely hideous. Because, you know, back when we were kids, we're like, yeah, super effective damage. And actually in Gen 1, like, even up to Gen 3, like, it wasn't bad. Because hitting super effective was always good, but, you know, people don't realize how bad Hitmonchan's special attack is. Because you're like, yeah, I'm going to hit this thing super effectively, and it does like 10% damage, and you're like, what? You know? That's the classic. Dude, I don't know how to beat this gym. This recording's already an hour. I guess I could try again, and if I lose again, or maybe if I lose 2 more times, right? Strike 3, you're out. Maybe I cut off this episode and I come back and I give Poliwhirl Brick Break. To at least give myself a fighting chance, because this is kind of crazy. I'm definitely going to try it again. So Norman's team, I think he only had 4 Mons. I didn't even see the last one, but I'm assuming it's slacking because every gym leader so far has had the same ace Pokemon. It's just their teams are slightly altered besides that. So he was leading off with a Togetic. The second Mon was Kangaskhan. And the third Mon, which you saw there right when you joined, was Lanoon. I didn't see the fourth, but again, it's got to be slacking. The fact they gave bro a Kangaskhan and a slacking is kind of insane. When I have no way to dish out damage with this with the shitty team. But again, I'm doing this to myself on purpose because I wanted the challenge. Anyway. Let's try this again. Now, the Togetic lead had Facade, Sweet Kiss for the Confusion, and Metronome. Those are the 3 attacks I saw. So I'm going to lead Pelipper this time and put a Persian Berry on it to... I know, right? That is true. I could just put Dig on Marsh Stomp. Good call, good call. I appreciate that, actually. The reason I didn't put Dig on earlier was... So, Dig in this game is only 60 base power, which of course in later gens it got buffed to 80. But, Dig is only slightly stronger, of course, than, I could put it on Poliwhirl, too. Ooh. Nah. We need the power from same type attack bonus on Marsh Stomp. Now, it's only slightly stronger than Mudshot, right? And the reason why I didn't do Dig over Mudshot is because I hate the 2-turn animation, but I know exactly where your head's at when you type that because of slacking, and I like that. I probably should get rid of Water Gun though. Mudshot, the secondary effect of reducing speed actually will help in this fight, especially against Lanoon. But also, Mudshot almost O-code Lanoon after, you know, Lanoon went for Belly Drum, lose half the HP, and Mudshot almost finished it off. Dig might actually finish it off. I got super lucky in that fight though. Kangaskhan went 0 for 2 with Mega Punches. It's definitely going to hit Mega Punch next time. And I also kind of need Mudshot for that. I'm going to get rid of Rock Tomb. Yeah. We're just going to have fun and try this again 2 more times. If I go 0 for 3 against Pops, then we're gonna do some magic in PK Hex and come back and beat his ass next time. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the potion because he did use a potion on the lead Togetic. I guess the gym leaders at this point are gonna have probably two potions. Poliwhirl of course can't learn Bulk Up. It doesn't get it until Poliwrath, so I can't use that yet. Yeah, you're right. Maybe 3 for sure. Rock Smash, of course, having a 50-50 chance to lower defense is cool. That makes it intriguing, but the fact that it's 20 base power and nobody gets the stab boost off it, it's really not going to help in this fight. And another thing too, when I first started the recording this morning, I was talking about Toxic, which Toxic is normally a great option, right? But Norman, like all 4 of his Pokemon have Facade. That's kind of the gimmick of this gym, because that's the TM reward that you get. So I don't want to be poisoning anything. Unless I had Protect, but I don't remember where you buy Protect in this game. Wait, I went up the right side last time. Let's go up the left side, switch things up a little bit. That Kangaskhan is gonna... I feel like it's gonna mess me up this time. It basically did nothing on the first attempt because... You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's an option. I like where your head's at right now. Wait, I actually might not have fought this trainer. Oh no, okay. I thought there was one more room before Norman. Okay, so the first time we were on the right side of Norman when we talked to him. Now we're going to try the left side. And then the third attempt, if necessary, will be straight up the middle. Let's try this without Toxic, but I like that idea too. Damn, I really wish I would have gone through this whole playthrough without taking a single L. But we took one. It is what it is. Alright, so here we go for Shockwave. It's not quite a 2-hit KO, but that's okay. It will force Norman to burn a potion. Oh, that's a high roll, because please don't pull Thunder off this. Bruh. That's alright. Wing Attack isn't strong enough to finish this off, though. I kind of want to gauge the damage. Is this a 3-shot? Not really. I have the Persian Berry, so this doesn't matter. Shockwave would do about the same amount of damage as Wing Attack does. He should potion, yep. Yeah, it's definitely not a 3-shot. Thankfully, I'm not doing a Nuzlocke like you asked when you first came in here. Yeah, that's annoying. But speaking of, yeah, Steel's physical. But Steel Wing obviously sucks. It's like 70 base power. Wing Attack is 60 BP, but it gets boosted by Stab, so it's definitely stronger. And these are both categorized as physical, of course. So Wing Attack in this instance is stronger than Steel Wing. Steel Wing is really here to just hit rock types. But again, why would you need rock types when I have Water Gun? Normally, Steel Wing is good for like a normal flying type, right? Like a Fearow, Dodrio, Swellow. But Pelipper, Steel Wing is really pointless because Water Gun beats everything that Steel Wing would beat. I'm confused, so let's just go for this. Let's roll the dice. Great. This thing does have Facade as well, but... Alright, light screen's about to wear off. I'll go for, there it is right there. Hopefully Shockwave kills him here, right? The first Shockwave did 50, but that had to be a high roll. And that looks like about 45%. Oh yeah, I'm still confused. No! Alright, let's see what happens here. Weather Ball. Not bad. Okay, nice. Can Pelipper get the KO, ladies and gentlemen? Let's find out. Not bad. Oh yeah, but going back to what you asked when you first joined about it, Nuzlocke. I do, I've never actually played a Nuzlocke before. Not even like off camera. I've never done a Nuzlocke in my life. So I do want to do one at some point here on the channel. I'm just kind of starting with a vanilla Emerald playthrough, you know. I got relatively new YouTube channel here and live streamer. But if I was to do a Nuzlocke, what, in your opinion, what would be a good game to Nuzlocke? I'm kind of curious what you think about that. I can't really damage this guy at all. It's going to go for Fake Out too. Water Gun's probably the best option. Oh, this Pelipper is just so weak offensively, man. And he hits the Mega Punch. In this game, yeah, I am allowed to use items in battle, but I'm the kind of guy that never does. I don't ever allow myself to do that. So Pelipper is dead. I don't potion up in battle. I think that's a lame thing. Fire Red, Leaf Green, yeah. So as you can see here, I'm doing like a water types only challenge. After this, I do have plans to do a Kanto playthrough on Leaf Green. But instead of doing water types only, I was thinking about doing a poison type only, like a mono type run. Because again, just like a Nuzlocke, I've never done a mono type run. This is my first time doing that, and I'm doing water types, obviously. So yeah, I was kind of thinking of doing like a poison types only, right? Starting with Bulbasaur, probably add like a Nidoking, Golbat. And the reason why I'm not using Tentacool in this playthrough is that I was planning on doing that in Kanto as like my surfing mon. Alright, let's go for Mud Shot on this guy. He connects Mega Punch this time, which is not good, obviously, because I'm going to have issues staying healthy here at this point. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to do poison types only. Okay, Dig should actually finish this off. It probably lives on like 5 HP if I'm being honest. If this kills, it's a high roll. Yeah, exactly. Damn it, he connects that too. It sucks not having leftovers. Because now basically I can't get hit by slacking or I die. He's gonna potion again. Do I risk the Mud Shot miss? I'm obviously faster. I could finish it off if he doesn't potion, but if I miss, whatever. Okay, he doesn't potion. But yeah, I think, I mean, at some point I'm going to do my Kanto poison types only run. I could do that in Leaf Green like I was planning on. But maybe like a Nuzlocke of Fire Red would be cool. Oh, did I crit? I wasn't even watching. I was looking at your chats. Alright. Does this thing actually attack or does it belly drum again? If it does, I mean, I could live slash. So the play here is, do I slow it down with Mudshot or do I just try to kill it with Dig? You might have missed last time when, so Mudshot, like it went for belly drum, right, to get down to 50%, and Mudshot brought it down to like 5%. So would Dig just kill it? Because Dig is 60 base power over Mudshot's 55. I'm gonna roll the dice. Okay, he just headbutts. Interesting. I don't flinch though, which is cool. Damn it, Mudshot would have been the play there. Slow it down. Yeah, okay, so that... it's about the same damage as Mudshot. Alright. We need to... I need to sack Tentacool. I gotta save Marsh Stomp for slacking, obviously. Okay, this thing is probably not gonna click Belly Drum at all because it's too low. Staryu could probably 1v1 it with Bubble Beam. Bubble Beam might be a 2-shot from here. Again, Poliwhirl really can't do anything. I'm a scrub for not giving it Brick Break. Because I was thinking about it ahead of time, right? Like, do I PKX Brick Break onto this thing? Because then I could say, oh yeah, I traded it over to Fire Red Leaf Green and I taught it Brick Break, you know? And people in the comments would be like, you're a cheater. I'm going to be like, no, I'm a visionary. I'm an innovator. But, I mean, if I end up losing 3 times and I put Brick Break, we'll do that whole thing. We're just trying to put on a show here, right? I'm not playing by standard rules. I'm just kind of doing it. This is my version of water types only in Kanto. I mean, in Hoenn. I can do whatever I want, man. Let's go for the Bubble Beam. We're faster. This should be a 2-shot. It's decently strong attack. Yep. I don't think that's potion range, and I do take the Facade. Okay. Here we go. Big boss is about to come out. Again, assuming there's a slacking in the back, but... yeah, exactly. Right? Dude. I like you. You understand. Okay, here's slacking. So... do we... I think sacking Lombre is interesting, and then going to Marsh Stomp on the free turn to hit it with a Mud Shot and slow it down. And then I Dig, right? Doesn't that work? Because slacking is 100% going to be faster than Marsh Stomp. And then if I Mud Shot next turn on the... actually, does this even kill? That's pathetic. Okay, well, we get the free Rock Smash. We might be able to cheese this guy. How is Lombre faster? Unless it was going for, like, counter that turn. Like, how was Lombre faster? There's no way. I'm 27 speed. There's no way. I didn't get the defense lower, which was... no, Fake Out didn't matter because that was the turn of loafing around. That's the turn slacking decides to be a loaf of bread, so I didn't have to Fake Out. But that just made no sense that I was faster. This Lombre has 27 speed. Slacking is not slow. Okay. That makes more sense. Maybe on the turn it loafs around, it has like negative priority. I don't know. But that was weird. Anyway, now he's going to be a loaf of bread again here, so I'm going to try to hit it with a Mud Shot. Slow it down. Please don't miss, man. Thank you. Yeah, right? That was weird. Okay, a crit. Interesting. Now, he still might be faster at -1 because Marsh Stomp is pretty slow. Please be faster. No! I could have won the game right there. That kills me, though. Okay. Interesting. I could have just won if he was slower. yeah, exactly. No, I always remember Slacking had good speed. It's kind of like, remember when you fight Whitney's Milk Tank in Johto? You're like, what is this? This fat cow can't be fast. It's extremely fast. Why do they always have a mon like this that's fast in every game, right? You got Whitney's Milk Tank in Gen 2. This is your Gen 3 fast guy. And then I remember in Gen 4, when you fight Perugly, right? That fat cat. You're like, there's no way, bro. Perugly has like 115 base speed. Yeah, exactly. Milk Tank is also 100. And then, of course, Regigigas is also fast after slow start wears off. We have a free turn here. If I get the paralysis with Secret Power, Facade's going to destroy everybody. So maybe Hypnosis. Oh, I got Staryu in the back. Damn it, man. If I was faster, I could have won the game with Dig. Of course, he never would have been able to hit me again. We go for Hypnosis and then a 12-hit KO with Water Gun. So fun. Okay, we connect to Hypnosis on the free turn. Which, now that he's sleeping, I can't actually paralyze him with Secret Power. So Secret Power is going to do more damage because it's a physical attack. It is. I'm holding the Silk Scarf too, so it's boosted, but it's not going to do much. The problem with this fight right now, oh, he has Citrus Berry, is that bro has only used one potion, so I'm kind of cooked. He wakes up, put us on the loafing turn. I honestly don't see a way out of this. I'm just gonna Secret Power again. I kind of hope I do. I should live that because I didn't deal much damage. You know. I kind of hope I do get the paralysis and then I try to win with full paras. But now Facade's gonna Oko everything. No, I'm not playing with level caps. Yeah, there's the other potion. Well, the second potion. Like you said, he might have 3. No, I basically didn't make any rules for this except for... yeah, the only rules that I really made was that I gate kept the fishing rods. So, yeah, that's going to destroy me. Let's see if Staryu can get the job done here. Because having access to PK Hex, the only things I did was I gave myself rare candies and all the fishing rods, but the only rule I made was that I can't use the old rod until the first gym badge. I can't use the good rod until after 3 badges. And then after 5 badges, I'm going to allow myself to use the super rod. Let's hope Bubble Beam is a 3-shot and that if he gets fully parried once and doesn't potion again, I could actually win this. It all comes down to this turn right here. Okay. We lose again. It's whatever. I think what I have to do is just... I gotta keep Marshtomp healthy, but... I also need Marshtomp to... Damn it. Pelipper needs another Persian Berry. I think it's still Pelipper lead, right? Potentially to 2-shot with Shockwave. But no, I'm not going to overlevel because I think that's... Like, yeah, Flannery's gym badge lets me go to level 50. Oh, hell no. Gyarados is a scrub in Gen 3. Flannery's gym badge lets me go to level 50, right? I'm not going to rare candy up to 50 and just beat Norman's ass. I want to have a little fun with it. But no, Gyarados would have the same moveset as Poliwhirl, right? It would... Gyarados is like a physical attacker, but it gets no flying attacks. And the, of course, in Gen 4, Gyarados becomes good, right? Dragon Dance, Waterfall, physical attack. But, yeah, 35, nah. I think that would make it too easy. Well, not really, but it would give me a good chance if I was at 35 right now. So the thing about Poliwhirl, the reason I don't want to go to 35 yet is because Poliwhirl learns Body Slam at 35, and then if you evolve it right at 35, it would then also learn Submission. I would win first try if I had that. which I probably should have done looking back on it, but I thought I could beat it with where I was. Yeah, I mean, if I have Poliwrath, I fry this guy first try. And of course, if Marstomp evolves at 36, that would also help a lot. I wanted to give myself a challenge, and I am paying the price for it. I think I can win this, though. All I have to do is just line up my digs with that guy. Ludicolo, yeah. Ludicolo is like one of my favorite water types, but I always use it in Hoenn, so I don't want to use it this go around. The other two Pokemon that I plan on using, I don't want to spoil it, but they're not available until after I can surf over to Route 119 and fish over there. And no, it's not melodic. Phoebus is actually catchable. Here, I'll go ahead and show you. I've seen a Phoebus before, so I can pull it up on the... Phoebus, I think, is available on Route 114 in this game. They switched that up, too. It's going to take a while to get down to 350. Actually, okay. I might have talked about this earlier, but one Pokemon I plan on using is this little guy right here. Because I want to abuse the TM for... And as you can see, Quillfish is there on Route 119. But I can't surf over there yet. The reason I'm going to use Quillfish over Tentacruel, though, again, is because I'm going to use Tentacruel in the Kanto's playthrough. Oh, you're right about Intimidate on Gyarados. Let me scroll down here to 350 or 349. So Phoebus, whenever I say Route 119, that's probably what anybody would think of, is it Phoebus. But yeah, see, Phoebus is still on Route 119, but it's also available up on Route 114. But again, Melodic is one of my favorite Pokemon too, but its moveset is just too bad. Although Surf Ice Beam can just carry you the whole way. I really wish... Of course, everyone wishes Melodic was like Water Fairy in future gens, but it never got that. They just made Primarina instead and said, here, you can have this. But dude, from a design standpoint, like Melodic's Gen 3 sprite looks so sick. I really wish it would have got Water Fairy, but whatever. Gyarados with the Intimidate is a good idea. The reason I want to use Quillfish, though, is to abuse Sludge Bomb. Obviously, I could put Sludge Bomb on Tentacruel, but again, I'm going to use Tentacruel in Kanto. But the main reason I want to use Quillfish is because, shout out to Hoenn, one of my favorite YouTubers over the years. Hoenn had like a... He has a like a mascot. No, he has Boo as his mascot, but he had like a channel intro back in the day with Quillfish, and he had the whole like switching the ballin' thing going on for a little bit there. So I want to use Quillfish as a nod to Hoenn. Alright, I'm going to go back in here and try to beat this guy one more time. I have what I need to beat him. We just got to time up the digs. Damn it, man. And I got to keep Marstomp healthy too, so it can actually live a Facade from slacking. So we saw Feint Attack, Facade. Normally in this game, slacking has Feint Attack, Facade, I think Counter and Yawn. I don't know if I saw either one of those attacks, though. I feel like it might have had Counter. Dad, you're pissing me off. Give me this damn gym badge, man. My YouTube is like the same thing as my username here. It's just... It's like Decent Dude YT for YouTube instead of TTV. Yeah. But yeah, I would appreciate it if you had the chance to check it out. Hopefully you liked some of the videos that I got on there. I'm just learning how to do this. I really suck with computers, so I'm kind of a noob when it comes to like streaming and making good content. Hopefully I can learn over the years and get better. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of Pokemon stuff. And I'm just going to keep going, keep pumping out videos. Hopefully someday, you know, they get some traction, and really I don't want to get anything out of the videos. I just want to make content for people to enjoy. That's really my goal with this whole thing. Just put a smile on people's faces, hopefully a good laugh or two. I promise I'm not this bad at Pokemon. Normally I never lose in regular playthroughs, but with this team that I provided myself with, I'm making this fight hard. I was really thinking about it last night just to come in with Brick Break on Poliwhirl today, and I should have. But whatever, we're here for a good time. Alright. Thank you, I appreciate it. Now, here it is, round 3 against Norman. Yes, for the 3rd time, Norman, I have 4 gym badges. Quit your yapping and send them out, man. I'm gonna beat your ass right now. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. That's the good luck right there. That's what I needed. Here we go. Shockwave 50% into Metronome. Some kind of like... Okay, I didn't even do 50. How did... Oh, Hustle. I was like, wait, how did Facade miss? Cool, man. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. It's nice to meet you, by the way. And thank you for hanging out. Okay, Facade misses due to Hustle. Trash ability. I forgot for a sec Togetic has that. I was like, wait, how did you miss? Because, like, I don't have Bright Powder. Okay, Shockwave High Roll kill? Question mark? If not, please, like, Metronome and get some stupid attack that can miss. Okay. Sweet Kiss also misses because it has 75 accuracy. Trash. Okay. We haven't been touched and Norman's already got to burn a potion. We'll take these. Come on, man. Back-to-back 50% high rolls for damage. Come on. No. Okay. Come on. Give me a miss one more time, Togetic. Be my friend today. Okay, Metronome. What do we got? That's annoying, but it does no damage, so it doesn't matter. And the Prison Berry was only here for this guy. Okay. Unfortunately, we do not coax the second potion. So, I'm thinking he only has 2 potions. If he had 3, he would have used one right there. Okay. We basically come out of that exchange without taking any damage. Now, this doofus goes for Fake Out, we know that. It has Fake Out, Facade, Feint Attack, and something else. So we could burn a sack here. Also don't have to. Fake Out doesn't do that much, but what would having a healthy Pelipper help me with? Honestly. I wouldn't do much damage to Lanoon. And I also wouldn't be able to do much damage to Slacking. So maybe I just let Pelipper go down here and I just do as much damage as I can. Hopefully put it around half and I can just revenge kill it with something. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. Taking this Fake Out's a bad idea. I should have just sacked Tentacool, but let's see how much damage I can do before going down. Yeah, I can live another Mega Punch. This is pathetic damage. I'm hoping for Mega Punch miss because it's only 85. Yeah. I feel that about Darm. That little McDonald's French fry looking ass thing with Hustle, it is annoying to level up. Dude, doesn't Unova have like 3 of the best fire types of all time? I'm glad to see someone else that likes Chandelure. I think Chandelure is fire. Such a good mon. But I think I'm gonna use Staryu here and try to 2-shot with Bubble Beam. But dude, between Darm, Chandelure, and the GOAT, Volcarona, dude, 3 of the best fire types ever invented. Although, Chandelure does kind of suck, but both of us seem to enjoy Chandelure, so we'll put it as best fire types. I don't mean best in terms of competitive, I mean, it's good in competitive. You did not just include Emboar, stop it. I'm just kidding, Emboar's cool, but if you do get a chance to check out... No, I got the crit. If you do get a chance to check out YouTube later, I do have a playthrough of Okay. Potion? No. I have a playthrough up there of Black and White, but I played Drayano's version, which was Blaze Black, Volt White, I think it was called. In that game, I used Emboar as my starter, and it's actually cool because it's Fire Ground type with adaptability. Insane. Okay, I think I Bubble Beam here, right? Yeah. It shouldn't go for Belly Drum. Even if it does, it's going to be super low. Oh, I get the speed drop. Nice. Yeah, it just kills me with Slash. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, Blaze Black. Honestly, I think Gen 5 has the worst starter trio of all time. All three of them suck. However, in Blaze Black, Emboar was cool because Fire Ground. So it was Fire Ground with adaptability, right? And I got an Adamant Nature as my starter. Dude, like Flare Blitz, Earthquake, just destroying everything. Now, the other guys in that game are kind of whatever. But Hisui and Samurott, obviously once that became a thing, that's cool. Because Samurott was a cool mon, but it does kind of suck. I don't know if I'm faster with Marsh Stomp at -1. I'm going for it anyway. But yeah, normal Emboar does kind of suck. I'm curious to see what happens in Legends ZA. I think I Mudshot again. Yeah, because I got to slow this thing down. And then Dig kills. Don't miss. Thank you. Yeah. Oh. Oh. We got the crit. Okay, hold on, hold on. I gotta be able to win this time around, man. There's no way I'm that much of an idiot. I gotta play this right. We're healthy. Yeah. Okay. Tentacle goes bye-bye. Could this be the one? It should be. Assuming I don't play it bad. Not the counter. Can I Poison Sting it? I don't want to Poison Sting it, actually. That'll boost the Facade. Let's just try to confuse it. Control this guy a little bit. I always forget if Supersonic gives Facade a boost, because it is a status condition, but it doesn't actually, like, put anything there on the screen. Is Tentacle gonna 1v1 Slacking? Stay tuned, folks, to find out. But yeah, going back to the Gen 5 starters, okay. Oshawott from a design standpoint was my favorite in Gen 5. It's just the regular Samurott isn't very good, the pure water type one. But dude, Hisui Samurott was such a sick invention. He just attacked, right? So he's loafing this turn. Okay, I can do this. I Mudshot it twice to be faster than it, and I win with Dig at that point. I just have to hit both these Mudshots. Okay, there's one. I can switch out and sack Lombre and come back and Mudshot again on the next free turn. I should have it now. Should. He goes for counter. It's funny. I might be able to get a Rock Smash. Wait, no, I don't have to fake out. He's loafing. Come on, this time get the defense drop. That'll just help. 50-50. There we go, baby. Thankfully this is his last mon, so he can't switch out and reset all the speed drops and defense drops. Okay. Okay, free turn. If I connect this Mudshot, 95% chance. We put him at -2 speed and then we're faster and we win with Dig. Let's go, baby. Citrus Berry incoming, don't care. Now we win with Dig. Let me make sure I time it right. I just do it right now, right? Because he just loafed. Yeah. Okay. We don't outspeed this thing at -1 because Marstomp's slow as hell and Slacking is fast. But now we got it. Unless I run out of digs, that's the only way I don't win, but that should be his second and final Hyper Potion, so we should be good here. Woo! That was almost strike 3. I almost lost to this guy 3 times in a row. That would have been bad. But yeah, if you've never, I mean, I know my playthrough kind of sucks on Blaze Black, but if you've never seen that game, like, you should check that out. I had a legit team. But I mean, if you have like a computer you can play with an emulator, you should definitely download that. And I know there is a there's not only like Blaze Black Volt White, but there's the second version as well. I was just playing the base version. But I do want to stream that again. Okay, we finally win. When I played it, I didn't stream it. It was just offline, so I didn't have like the whole face cam thing. I did have like a little team tracker. It was my first attempt at doing one. It was something called PokéLink, which actually worked really well. It did it automatically, so I didn't have to manually update the sprites. But this isn't too bad to have to manually change them. It just takes a second. So PokéLink was cool, but I want to play through it again with this kind of same setup here. And then I'll play like Blaze Black 2 or Volt White 2, whatever they're called. Finally, we beat this scrub. Rules are rules. Here, take this. Give me that, man. It's about damn time. And just like that, the second half of the game is now open. This is kind of the finale of the first half of the game because the second half of the map is blocked off by being able to surf. Before I go any farther, let me update Gym Badges tracker, because I will forget to do that. 5 badges. Okay. Woo! With that badge, the defense of all your Pokemon will increase. Don't care, Dad. Those don't really give you much of a boost. Pokemon that know the HM move Surf will be able to travel over water. This is my gift to you, dude. I'm sure you can use it correctly. And there's Facade, which is... Dude, for real. You want to know why we did it? Because you gave me the good luck before with that little following thing that popped up on the screen. That win's on you. TM42 contains Facade. It doubles the power of moves if the Pokemon is poisoned, paralyzed, or burned. Yeah, buddy. Also, well, I guess... No, it works if they're sleeping, too. You gotta get it through sleep talk. So does this confirm... I'd have to go to Cerebi to confirm, but... Does Facade get boosted by Confusion? Because it is a status condition, but... I've always... Over the years, I've always thought that it doesn't. I don't know. It might be able to turn a bad situation into an advantage. Indeed. As the gym leader, I can't express how upset I am. Well, you just got your ass beat, buddy. But as a father, it makes me both happy and a little sad. It's an odd feeling. You're odd, Norman. Now here's Wally's dad. Let me get the surf, man. Ah, there you are, dude. Please come with me. I have something I want you to have. Norman, you don't mind, do you? Let me borrow your dude for a minute or two. Pause. That sounded weird. He should have just said, let me borrow dude. Why do you have to say your dude? Oh, good call. I don't know if I've seen one yet, but I'll look in the decks in a sec. Dude, please excuse us for dragging you here this way. But our Wally's become very healthy since we went to Verdant Turf Town. We owe it all to you. When Wally left town, you helped him catch a Pokemon, right? I mean, kind of. I was just kind of there when he caught that Ralts. I didn't really do anything. I think that made Wally really happy. Actually, not just Wally. It made me, his father, happy too. Happy that he's gained such a great friend as you. This isn't a bribe or anything, but I really like you to have this. Finally. We can actually do damage. Everybody on my team has freaking water gun. And now we can actually dish out damage with Surf. If your Pokemon can surf, you'll be able to get through all sorts of places. Thank you very much, sir. I will take that happily. And I'm going to slap that on Swampert right now. I'm in the wrong pocket. No, yeah, Wally's a complete dork, dude. I'm not friends with that kid. I just tell that to his dad, right? You gotta be nice. You know, if I was a jerk to Wally and I didn't help him, I would never get Surf. You gotta play along and be like, yes, sir. I will, you know, help your dorky little son become a trainer. Alright, water gun. See ya. Finally, man. Jeez. Okay. Let me actually heal up my team. It's annoying not to be at full health. It's already 7 o'clock, which is usually when I cut the streams off because I'm gonna go for a couple more minutes, but end the stream and the YouTube episode. Because I gotta go to the gym, get a lift in, and then I gotta go to work after that. I wish I could play this for another 12 hours today, but I can't. This is actually really fun, playing in National Dex mode. It's a little bit different than vanilla. But essentially, what I was going for here was just a vanilla playthrough, so it's nothing crazy. That's essentially what it is. It's just the teams are slightly changed. And there's a wider variety of mons to catch, because the one thing I hate about the old games, especially trying to play through Kanto, which is a great generation, is like, there's so many good Pokemon that aren't available till later in the game, so like playing National Dex mode is just more fun. The one generation that drives me crazy is Gen 2, right? Because two of the best Pokemon in the game, Ursaring and Tyranitar, aren't really catchable until Mount Silver, till after you beat the Elite Four. That's drove me nuts about Gen 2. Oh yeah, I was gonna check Chinchou. I guess Teddy Ursa is available on like Route 45 by Blackthorn City, but it's too late in the game at that point. I want to get Teddy Ursa by like the second gym, man. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Let me get that thing early. I saw you asked about. Oh, dude, Winona's gonna get fried. Because now when we surf back to Maulville City, we're gonna get the access to Thunderbolt by doing that side quest. So Starmie is gonna have Thunderbolt. Pelipper also has Shockwave, which is kind of whatever. So we have 2 electric attacks for Winona. Also, do I buy Ice Beam? I mean, remains to be seen. I can't get Ice Beam yet in the abandoned ship because I don't have Dive. But we're gonna destroy Winona. We're gonna destroy Tate and Liza. We'll get there. I know, right, dude? My group of friends in real life, they like all think Johto is the best gen of all time, and I don't hate Johto, but I do have a lot of problems with Johto. I'm not a big Johto guy, but it's hard to, because like it drives my friends crazy whenever we talk about that, and I can see from their perspective like why they like Johto, but to me Kanto's always been better. Again, I have a whole ranking video about ranking all 9 generations, but I put Johto pretty low. And I kind of talk about more in depth why, but to me, the biggest thing, like I ranked it into 5 different categories, but the most important category is the Pokemon roster itself. And Gen 2 had one of the worst rosters of Pokemon of all time. It just did. Like, that doesn't mean all the Pokemon are bad, but more than half the Pokedex was a bunch of scrubs. So I don't like Gen 2 because of that. And the Pokemon that were good, you don't get till later in the game. Like, I don't know, it drove me crazy, but okay, that's gonna do it for part 7 here on the YouTube playlist. In between episodes, I'm probably gonna hack a couple water stones into my bag, because I do need to evolve Staryu and Poliwhirl as kind of like a reward for beating Norman. Again, I'm not gonna wait until later in the game when I get the water stones. I'm gonna hack them in my bag, but I'll think about when I want to use them. I'm not necessarily going to use them right at the start of next episode, but this is where we're at. I got to save it. Shoutouts to the new homie today that told me to slap Dig on my team, because I probably don't beat Norman without Dig. Trying to cheese around his slacking there. Oh yeah, real quick, I'm going to check Chinchou Lantern. The reason I'm not going to use Chinchou Lantern in this playthrough, though, is because I have 2 other mons with electric attacks already. That's not a good reason, but that's the reason I'm going with it. I should use Ludicolo as a grass type, and I should use Lantern as an electric type, but I'm not going to use either, just to make it a little bit spicier. I don't think I've seen Chinchou. No. You know what is crazy in this game, though? All the starters are catchable. Totodile, you can get on the beach in Slateport. I think you might have to fish for it. You might have to surf. I don't know, because in-game it doesn't tell you how, but you can catch Gen 2 starters. You can get Gen 1 starters. I'm pretty sure. I've only seen Quilava. Oh yeah, let's see. Where's Chikorita at? This game is sick. But again, it's basically just vanilla Emerald. Chikorita's in the forest right next to me. I never saw one, but let me check the Gen 1 starters real quick. I think even the Gen 3 starters are catchable too. Dude, fan games are so much better than the real ones. Let's see, where's Bulbasaur at? Okay, Route 117. Interesting. What about everyone's favorite, you know, fire lizard guy here? I hate Charmander, but... What? It's in the middle of the ocean? Down by Dewford? Huh? I'm confused. Anyway. No, it's only 386. It only goes up to Gen 3 in this one. But as you know, there is definitely a lot of Gen 3 hacks that have Gen 4, 5, and even 6 Pokemon in them. No, I don't hate Charmander. It's just that Charmander is... Pokemon overdoes it with Charizard, right? Give it 2 Megas, give it this, that, a G-Max form. It's like Leon's signature mon. Like, there's just too much Charizard's always the most expensive Pokemon card in like every set. Like, it just drives me nuts that the Charizard has become the poster boy for Pokemon, you know? And again, it's actually my least favorite of the 3 Gen 1 starters. Like, I prefer... Venusaur's my favorite, but I like Blastoise too. But I don't know. To me, like, they overdo it with Charizard. Charizard gets way too much love, and everybody else gets forgotten about. And not just the Gen 1 starters, like every other starter, you know? Yeah. And again, it's not a negative, but they just have overdone it with Charizard. For sure. But again, you know, it's not a knock on it, but that's just my opinion. I'm tired of getting Charizard shoved in my face, man. Let me enjoy the rest of the other 1,000+ Pokemon. But, yeah. Alright. So for the YouTube side of things, I'm going to cut off the recording real quick. I'll go for a couple more minutes on stream. But for anybody seeing this in the future on YouTube, thank you. I do appreciate it. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace.